This is episode 13 of the SEC Report.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of the SEC Report. I am here with my favorite person in the world and my favorite co-host in the world, Squishi. And for those of you of Six Sack who know anything about Six Sack Records, know anything about Six Sack Family, know anything about 60 Second Entertainment, or if you know anything about Stacker Starve, KingPaySos, hosting shows, making music, whatever he doing. We got Sos in the building.
What's up with it? It's your boy KingPaySos doing the shit that I like to do in the places that I like to do them, man. What's up, Crazed? What's up, Squishi? Glad to be here.
Good to see you.
It's good to finally be here, man. Back home, man. What's up?
Okay, welcome home.
Yeah.
So this week been an interesting week. Anything happen interesting in your world, Squish? You want to talk about? You jump on any flight this week?
What do you mean? I don't share the plane.
Yo, by the way, so Squishy's tag name is Uber Flight.
Uber Flight.
Yeah, Squishy jumps on flights like Ubers.
Like, don't listen to him.
Oh,
like it's nothing.
Money. Mm-hmm. Fuck with that. No. That's the rumor. That's the rumor. No, that's the rumor. We putting it out there.
Oh, poor.
Yeah. No. Squishy got money, y'all. No, she got money. Don't let it fool you. She got money.
I'm broke. I got no money. I can't afford a new phone. I still got a raise.
Look, chill Uber flight, but you got an iPhone 8. The
8
most
plus.
backwards shit in the world.
Math not math is Squishy.
What you
It's
mean?
the most backwards shit in the world. So she will Uber a flight to your front door and bully you. Or call you when she in your town. I'm in your town.
Oh,
what
for
you
iPhone 8.
Town? And come pick me up from the airport.
It's an 8 plus. Y'all disrespectful.
It still got a button and a wallet case.
Ain't got no money. Ain't no money in that wallet case. Hey, can y'all cash out me?
We got to get her some money. Put her cash app up here. Man. Everybody, cash app Squishy right now, man.
Okay.
Get her the iPhone 17 plus, man.
Show me love.
Right.
Y'all gonna be supporting her flight habits.
I don't know where he get that from. I don't know why he said that.
Why they calling you Squishy all over the world? Why he calling you Uber Squish? What's up?
It's
I don't
Uber
know.
Flight.
Probably because I don't go nowhere.
You remember the bar when Fab was like, what am I front for? I'm still hot, still got nigga that'll bring it to your front door like Jill Scott?
Yeah.
That's Squishy.
You Jill Scott, Squishy?
Squishy will bring it to your front door.
Give me a time. Give me an example. Oh no, that's too much. Now we're not gonna put Squishy out there like that.
Please don't, because I don't go anywhere.
Put it back.
Yeah, don't do that. I don't go nowhere.
When my man Fat's gonna be in the comment, he gonna back me up. My man Fat,
don't get Fat started. Don't get
be in the comment.
Started.
He gonna back me up.
Squishy, fight back, Squishy.
What you mean?
Fight back.
Right here.
You don't know
Squishy.
Oh, you ain't heard her jab yet. Oh, she shoot.
What you mean?
Oh, she shoot. So she shoot.
What's
I'm so quiet. Squishy? I don't bother nobody. I don't say anything. I'm a pretty boring person.
She been letting me get off easy these last couple episodes. She normally open the show with a mean jab and then go straight to I'm telling your mama.
Oh, because you call me fat. So yeah, I'm telling your mom you called me fat.
Oh, hold up, Craze. That's where I draw the line. We're not doing that.
Yeah, so don't call me fat.
You want me to bring that story back up?
You call me fat.
Doing it.
Tell the little bro. We're not
doing that.
Wait a minute, though. Look, Squishy is in Dallas, right? So it's about an hour time difference. So one day, I'm laying in bed playing 2K, and it's about 12:30 a.m.
with 2Ks, Kim and Kimori or something. He was playing with 2Ks, all right.
You think? Now you see it, right?
That was a jab. I caught it. I caught it. You ain't low,
Yeah.
Squishy. I saw
Right?
it.
You
I
see
saw
it, right? So I get a text message of just all these obscure cravings that somebody is having like in the middle, and I'm like, I know Squishy, I know for a fact Squishy ain't pregnant. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Take your ass to bed.
That ain't what you said.
And I was told that me telling her, I call her greedy and told her take her ass to bed.
Is that what you
I
said?
said,
Or
take
did
your
you say
greedy ass to
repulsive? Did you
bed.
say fat and repulsive?
No, I said, take your greedy ass to bed.
No. No, the fuck he didn't. Can I say? Can I curse?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah,
No, the fuck you did not say that shit.
No, you didn't say that. I'm telling your mama.
Yeah, tell mama.
See,
Look at my face. I'm upset. I'm upset right now. Look at my face.
see, did a snitching go. Did a snitching go. See? But look, did I tell you, look, it's the jab, then it followed by, I'm telling your mom.
Tell mom.
Y'all a mess.
Told you.
Your brother
So,
treats kind of way.
in other
It's
words,
cool.
my damn the Six Sack life went out on me over here. But I ain't gonna bother to fix it right now. Squitchy, get into the first topic of today's show.
The first topic's kind of heavy. R.I.P. to Kyren Lacy from LSU.
Ooh, R.P.
Have y'all been keeping up with the
Are
story?
you familiar with this story, so?
Man, I just brushed up on it, man, but y'all can put me on, man. Fill me on.
So, like, here on the Sec Report, we like to give what I like to call the Crip perspective of the news.
Ooh.
So, women come here to get them cripping on they dating, and the fellas come here to get them cripping in their news report.
Okay.
So every week we like to touch on a trending topic, whether it's sports, whatever's going down. You know what I mean? We tap into it, and we tap into it from a cripping perspective. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So as we tap into this cripping perspective on what happened with the young brother that attended LSU, he was accused of causing an accident that killed the elderly white woman. And unfortunately, he lost his scholarship. He got suspended from school, and he ended up taking his own life. And it came out later that the cop who fabricated the whole report, and the video came out that he had nothing to do with the accident. He didn't cause the accident or anything, and the cop fabricated the whole thing. And now this young brother took his own life, lost his college career, could have been in the NFL right now, but now he's no longer here with us on the behalf of some dirty ass white cop.
That's unfortunate. Condolences to the family of that man. 'Cause that's crazy.
Like,
that's unfortunate. I'm sorry.
Now, like, for those of you who still talking about that racism shit, don't like between this MAGA shit and what we seeing from these crackers wilding out, like, do you need any more examples? And like,
They do.
I ain't gonna never advocate for nobody to be behind no bars. But I do think homie need to be dealt with. That police officer need to get dealt with however he need to get dealt with. However justice come to him, whatever that may be. So, but I do think that some type of something need to happen to homeboy for doing that.
People need to be held accountable, bro.
All of them.
I'm sick of it.
Every cop and the other person that they got to corroborate their story, they should be held accountable as well.
Right. Everybody involved in that corroboration should be held accountable to the highest extent. It's not we one black soul down, and that's not happening to their kids. And I would hate to, but we have to address the race. We have to.
Yeah, but see now you can't not talk about it no more because it's here. It's in our face.
But
Like,
it's always in our face, though. It's just getting more blatant every day, and it's getting more disrespectful the more we know what we up against and we allow it to happen.
So, like, the problem is like living in the South since I've been down here for like over 12 years now, like, and bouncing through Louisiana, the southern part of Mississippi, Alabama, like going through those, like moving through those back channels, like you kind of understand, like, yo, this they world down here. You get what I'm saying? So you kind of gotta move like preemptively. Like you kind of gotta think ahead of time, like, and don't put yourself in certain situations. Now, that's a luxury coming from somebody who ain't from here, who grew up top, who grew up in the city, who grew up. No,
That's
I
an
mean,
advantage,
for I
right?
give you an example. I grew up in Brooklyn. Getting your hands on a pistol in New York was like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's not easy. You get what I'm saying? So when you come down here and everybody got it, and then I got I'm clean paperwork. So you mean to tell me, yo, I could go give you my ID and buy this?
Right.
I first thing down here, I was going crazy. I'm buying shit. I don't got no reason buying top. So look at this shit. God bless Howard before he passed away. And, like, yo, bro, what the fuck we got all this shit for?
Right.
We acting like we about to go,
Well,
like we loading up.
right.
And it was only because we just couldn't believe that, yo, we was able to do this because it was
To
so
acquire
far
this.
fetched.
Right.
So looking back now, we should have kept all that shit. We might need to re-up on all that shit. But what I'm saying is that, like, you you get the aspect of seeing things and then seeing it from a different perspective. Like, I don't have to move like that. They grow up in a culture down here where they so used to it.
Right. They're
You get what
accustomed
I'm
to it.
saying? So
Yeah.
they learn to wild
Yeah.
out within it. And the thing is, they repercussions be harsher, but they've been dealing with it their whole life. Look at homeboy that just got hung. And they just did the autopsy on cuz and found out that it was more to that story too. So,
Yeah.
like, best up to the young brother, man. Like, God bless your family. Like, condolences to the family and to that bitch ass cop that did that. I hope you get dealt with wherever they deal with you, cuz.
Yo, crazy. It's the value of the black person live is they don't respect us, right? Like it's blatant that they don't care about our lives, our longevity, or our legacy.
They
So
never had.
these are public annihilations, public assassinations for terrorism acts. I look at it like, yo, this is a public display of what we can do if you get too strong, get too confident. This is embarrassment. This is crazy. I hate it. I hate it, and
But
I'm scared for them.
the thing is, and I was saying this last week, like we need like well, I ain't gonna say it on this show again, but because it's a real idea, but I think we really need some type of organization. I don't think that we as black people can do it, but I do think hip hop can do it. I
What you
think
say?
hip hop. I don't think we as black people. It's not enough between. It's too many odds among black people for us to come together collectively as we need to be to really do what we need to do. But I think that with hip hop, it's a collective voice that everybody that needs to be a part of the movement can get behind. And if it's funded properly and it's done correctly, because what happens is, I'm not talking about when we're gonna get into this at another point in the show, at some later on in the show, but the nerds in hip hop, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about hip hop at its core was birthed through revolution and revolt, but it was never funded correctly. It was never organized. It was never structured.
Right.
Now, if you put, if you take the money that hip hop now has and the people, the people who are truly of the culture that have the money and they truly thought to fund it and order it and structure it and even kind of partner with like the NOI, there can be a collective movement where there could be strategy to actively fight back and do what needs to be done. But I don't think that it'll be done amongst us as people because, like I said, it's too many eyes amongst us. And I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and say I'm not part of the problem. I'm a fucking Crip. You a Crip. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that's an eye amongst us because there's blood. There's other affiliation that divides us amongst us. But the one place where that doesn't apply in everyday life and we see it is hip hop. You get what I'm saying? We don't.
I see what you're saying. I don't agree though. I don't agree
What do you
because the
think?
current state of hip hop is so crazy. And when you talk about the gatekeepers or the people who are at the core who can control hip hop, who are we talking about for real?
Well, you got to find the people who are truly of the culture.
I agree with that. I feel like this.
Now, just to name names, you got, of course, Hove. You got Top. You get what I'm saying? You got Jay Prince. You got Q&P, Quality Control. You get what I'm saying? You got people of the culture who, if they collectively came together, could probably do something, but it would have to be done so secret and so. You get what I'm saying?
That's exactly the point that I was about to say. It has to be an infiltration of what's already going on while there's building of a landscape or a network overhead. So when that infiltration breaks, when we break that and break it down and expose that, we have a safe place to travel to give all these people that's over here that's eating and trying to make it over here. We have a safe place and a safe system to put them in. Because that's the only problem. Everybody, I feel like with hip hop, the independent movement is something like what you're talking about. It just needs to be collectively controlled, right? And we need to control it. And us, the people who favor hip hop, the people who pour into the culture. Yes, we need to control it, but the game is already so far gone. We have to weed out, exterminate, and extract all of the good stuff from what we got already. Because everybody feel like they could rap now. Everybody feel like they could do music now. How we gonna sort that out?
Well, hip hop ain't about music. See, that's the thing. Like, music is the core of it, right? And you could call music the beating heart of it. That's the beating heart. But it's like you said, it's grown it's so much more than music.
Mhm.
Like, it is the largest export of the United States. It's hip hop culture around the world. Like, you could catch one hip hop hit. You know this. We caught when you was in South Korea.
South Korea.
We caught wave over there. Didn't even know how the money was coming back because we was on MP3 player. Because Soap was over there. I don't even know what
Right.
year that was. Like
Seoul,
05.
Korea, Young Song down in 2006.
And they
It-
got MP3 players and shit over there. They doing downloads. So calling back home like, yo, this what they doing. So we put music on their systems and don't even know how to read Chinese. So when the payouts come back as in Chinese money, we don't even know how to convert the currency. But we on MP3 players and all that early. So it tells you like how how we export our culture. And with that cultural export, we could use that to bring in resources alone. Like hip hop is the connecting point. Like if you go anywhere in the world, and it's kind of like when they say like, oh, wherever I go, I want to go to the hood, right?
right.
A hood nigga will say that because a hood nigga knows how to survive in any hood. And that's a universal language. That's a universal language. Like those survival tools, they try to act like it's different, but it's the same from New York to Atlanta. It's the same from Atlanta to Texas. It's the same from Texas to California. It's a universal rule. And when you come from that, you can always relate to that, good or bad, no matter where it's at. And the one thing that exists everywhere is a fucking hood. And
can we go ahead, finish your point?
Go ahead.
Where are you going?
I really feel like the marketing of hip hop then needs to change. Then, if you want the message to change, we need to change how we market hip hop. No,
Well, the method don't need to change. The methods need to stay exactly what it is. We need to keep making these people think that we pumping all this ignorant shit. Oh no, let me put my camera back. Yeah. Am I frozen?
no, you good.
All right. That we pumping all this ignorant shit that we still that we need to keep the same mask. Look at it like this. These niggas put up a mask. Since Trump last pregnancy, they played quiet. They kept it moving. They let him make the ass out of it. So, and now we sitting here looking at this fool talking all that crazy shit. But look at the real players on the board. The Stephen Miller, the Mike Johnson, the P.S.
Right.
Those are the real Nazis. And you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So we need the people to do what they do.
Yeah,
we
right,
need
right.
y'all to do what y'all do. Keep the same, make all the ignorant shit, make all the shit about the girl.
Keep the
do
attention
all of
over
that
here
shit.
while we do this shit over here. Okay. Like
That's
some hip hop underground railroad shit. You see me?
Yeah.
You feel me, Squishy?
But that's what should have been happening from day one. That's what the vision should have been for it. Because that would never happen. What happened was niggas got the money and then wanted to be one of them.
Right.
Niggas got the money, and then instead of investing that money back into into Dapper Dan so he could start Dapper Dan.
Right.
And then today Dapper Dan will be just as big as a Gucci.
Gucci, yeah.
No, niggas wanted to go wear Gucci. Niggas wanted to keep Dapper Dan making Gucci.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Dapper Dan didn't even have sense enough to say, let me take these resources with which I'm getting this Gucci print, create my own print, and then, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
But the money was never funneled like that. And it's always because we feel like we gotta be a part of what they doing. Now, granted.
Or the know-how, knowledge. Whoever owns the knowledge, whoever gets to the knowledge and controls the knowledge owns the narrative, right? So for niggas who've been starving all their life and finally get in a position to where they could feed and change other people's lives, they don't ever want to go back. So that's when they turn selfish, right? They get the knowledge and don't want to spread it. This is why we got the gatekeepers and shit like that doing all this. I'm sorry, I'm speeding. Am I speeding? I'm sorry.
No. Well, that issue is that's insecurity, but that's built in.
Right.
That's built in you. See, but certain people that ain't built in, like look at me. I've been putting niggas before me this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? I done put niggas on with paying for niggas studio time, paying for niggas how to get on. Like, I done did it all. But those people like me don't get those opportunities because they see those little things. They'll give it to somebody selfish who would rather lead in a way in which they determine society. If you are in control, if you are the person in control, then you control the narrative. If you dispense your control too much, then you become stronger.
I believe in order to keep it, you give it away.
So what I'm trying to say is how I always talk about 6 seconds. I told Squishy when she came aboard. Everybody as a part of this family is a boss. Ain't no crazy this and crazy that. I don't mind being the person who gonna take all the losses because I stand behind the name and the brand. But I want everybody around me to be a boss and take their own risk, because if you become a boss and what you strong at, then that's how we conquer shit. And I don't want parts of what you, but I just want to be able to come and have a seat at your table. And that don't mean I want to eat off your table. That means I want to come bring something to your table. And if you already a boss over there in that sector, it's easier for me to bring my ideas to your table.
Right.
So
You ain't
why
gotta do
would
none of the work.
who want
Go
to
to the
sit
work.
at a table? See, like you get certain people who want to sit at a table with a bunch of yes men. I want to sit at a table with a bunch of people that's doing a bunch of different shit so we could bounce a bunch of different ideas so we could get a bunch of other shit going.
Right.
Like, that's how you keep it going. And when that turns into one collective narrative, then you get true power and structure within the crew. And that's what needs to be done behind the scenes in hip hop. You need all these people to really put people in positions where you got, so let's just say hypothetically, a civil war really pop off, like it really get ugly. We got young niggas with semi-automatics with switches that know how to do drills. You don't think that would be useful in a civil war and guerrilla warfare tactics to not have a system that could take these young brothers and train them on how to properly use them weapons and how to properly, you get what I'm saying? They got the heart to do it. So like it's like we low. It should be a network of training or something where like, yo, let's make sure, yo, if niggas cripping, yo, you gotta go through some type of something so we organize. There should be a network or something where everybody we could connect with each other across. Now it's Crips all over, Crip bloods all over the United States. If shit really got ugly and got dark, you don't think that the gangs uniting across the United States, just the gangs alone, that wouldn't be a valuable asset to any opposition for? Like, you got to look at all of these key things because we sometimes undermine ourselves and think that we're not capable of certain shit and don't understand why they really scared of niggas. You got to understand that these people are a bunch of lazy ass,
manipulative, crazy motherfuckers. I get it.
no, they come from laziness. They come from the people that came over here and so-called whatever they did over here, they wasn't the best of the best over there. They didn't bring their,
They was the crooks.
they didn't bring their engineers and they didn't bring none of that over here.
Those was the people that was banished. That
Yeah,
started
they
the
brought the
civilization.
heathens over here. So you had to
Surprised how
go
many people
get
don't know
people who you know were capable and to do what you cannot do. And if you know that from the door, and then if you watch it your whole life, if you see during slavery that your wife wants us more than she wants you, you gotta cut our joints off, right? If you see in sport we stronger, faster, bigger, just naturally, they have to work to obtain levels of athleticism that we just born with, jumping on monkey bars and shit, swinging on jungle gym. They gotta work for that shit. We come out the womb knowing how to do that shit. Like, so if they know that, and you see like, oh, all right, if we ever let these niggas really figure this out, look at all the shit we really invented. Look at all the shit we really responsible for. Like, we finally got to understand why they fear us and then use it the fuck against them the right way.
I
And it
think
can't be spared by no religion. It can't be led by none of this shit. It got to be led by pure human decency and willing and wanting to survive. Like, and if you really want to even the odds, the only way you even the odds is through money.
Yeah.
That's the only thing these crackers respect.
But
money.
listen, as a people, I don't think that's who we are. We really just want to be left alone and to do our own thing and have them not bother us. That's really what we want, because yes, it is. Because
we don't want to be left alone
on our own. Excuse me?
We don't want to be left alone.
Why not? History has shown that. Why
what
not?
We want,
what do we want then?
What we want is the space and the ability to build and create. That's who we are. That's what we do.
Without them, like on our own. Leave us alone. Leave us to our own. We can do it.
But why I say we don't want to be left alone? It's because we had the opportunity. But you know what we did? We went up into the Caucasus Mountain and found these motherfuckers. We went and spread knowledge. We went and taught these niggas how to do shit. We went and introduced them into new.
Okay,
That's what the mud was.
Craze.
I know, but
We
you're
did
going
that.
too far
So
back.
we don't
You're
want to be
going
left
too far
alone.
back.
We want to
Craze.
spread and create.
It's in our nature to be that. That's
Right,
who the
but
hell we
y'all
are.
are going too far back. I'm talking about here in America. I'm not talking about history way back. I'm talking about here in America. We just really want to be left alone to do our own thing and build our own.
Separate but equal. You
Okay.
believe that?
We did that. We've done it like plenty of times, not just one, but multiple times. That's why the race riots came
failing?
from.
Why do we keep failing?
Oh, we don't fail. We never fail.
We don't fail. They
We've
come
always been
destroy our thing.
sabotaged or
They come
destroyed.
destroy our thing.
We've never failed. To think about it, we've never failed at nothing we've done.
No.
Nothing we've done, nothing we built has failed. Nothing. Nothing. Anything that Black people have built structurally for themselves was always self-sustaining, stronger, and more sufficient than anything they've ever done until they came and fuck with it.
Think about it. The machines that make our work easier, we did that. They were never interested in making our work easier. We did that. They stole the patent.
I get that. Don't beat me up, y'all. We didn't fail. We didn't fail.
What's the next topic?
No, we don't fail.
We don't fail, okay?
No.
We don't fail. We never fail. We
Double
always
you
get
Black people.
sabotaged. What's the next topic, Squish?
Okay, so let's talk about, wait, let me pull it up.
Glad they're talking about doing our own a crossover show, too. He said he was going to call me Friday last. Yeah, you too. He said, yo, we're going to record. We going to jump on. Me and King going to do it from me. Me and Coach going to do it from here. We going to record it over here. Then we going to do y'all. So like, whatever, man. What's the next topic? We gonna get it done. Shout out to Gladys. Shout out to the Loke, man. Shout out to everybody on No Feeling Lunch Hour.
So we talked about your boy still sending those. Now they say he's doing it unconstitutionally. The judge told him not to do it. He still did it anyway.
Okay, so at what point do we start talking about treason with this nigga?
Yo, obviously, there's a bigger plan. What? He's just doing what he wants right now.
What he wants.
He's just doing what he wants. I don't know what to say.
Clearly, there's nothing we can say.
Right.
But but you know what was not being said is, 77 million motherfuckers voted for this nigga.
Oh, we know.
So y'all really think that shit is cool? So if 77 million people voted for this nigga, that's 77 million stupid ass people.
But did they vote for him or did they vote against the other candidate?
Right.
But I really think, Lord,
he was pitted against a woman.
A lot of people did not vote in that last election. And that's what determined it. It wasn't that Trump beat Kamala. It was that them people that stayed Kamala. It wasn't that Trump beat her. It was that the people that didn't vote at all didn't swing it. It didn't make the difference. That electoral college, that shit bullshit. Too many people sat their ass on the couch because they didn't see option in either one. He should have never been an option.
That's what I agree with. Why was he on the ballot in the first place? But here we are.
They were trying to lock this nigga up, and everything that they were trying to lock this nigga up was he did that shit.
Right. Like I could have swore he was guilty for mad stuff. Like he's a criminal, bro. I can say that, right?
Yeah.
All right. He's a
Go ahead.
criminal.
Go use the bathroom, nigga. Come back.
If that clip hit, the book goes deeper. Democracies don't crash, they erode, label by label. Grab The Death of a Democracy, paperback plus Mata bundles at sixseclife.com or search it on Amazon. Read it, mark it up, pass it on today.
From the heart of Brooklyn to the soul of the streets. It's here. Introducing the all-new CVY 25 collection, featuring the bold Brooklyn since day one design, a tribute to the home of the 6SEC life culture, next-level DTF prints, premium embroidery details, statement pieces that talk before you do, men's, women's, and unisex drops. Streetwear meets statement, only at 6seclife.com. CVY Studio. We don't follow trends. We create the frequency. Elite sportswear. Ready for a workout or brunch on Sundays? Use promo code AFINELINE at checkout to get 10% off your first order. Again, that's promo code AFINELINE at checkout to get 10% off. Shop now at 6seclife.com.
Ooh, 6SEC.
Like, if people not really paying attention what's going on here, what they trying to do is shake this shit up. They trying to make you afraid to go out and vote. They trying to
That ain't gonna work.
make these, but see, the hope is that the stupidity of this fucking, like the stupidity and the audacity of these motherfuckers to sit in your face and lie to you every day and tell you stupid. While saying the dumbest shit is just like, okay, at what point do we say, okay, like, this shit is treason at this point, right? Like, this nigga's lying every day. Like, obviously lying. His people is lying, and we know they lying. It's data, like, proof that they lying. Like, this nigga told, the Speaker of the House told you to go read an article and said that this article said that they are trying to pay immigrant, whatever, they trying to give immigrant health benefits. And then posted the article. The article didn't say nothing that this nigga said, so clearly these people can't read, they stupid, they outright racist, and at this point I'm just confused that, okay, so if this was niggas, let's just stay in an alternate universe, right? If this was us in power, right? And we was just like, man, fuck you crackers. Fuck all you crackers, black power. We were just wilding. Would they not, would somebody be trying to do something more than just yell? If that was us that rushed the Capitol on January 6th, everybody said that shit would have been a bloodbath.
It
right?
would have been. It would have been, yeah.
And guess what? By the law, it would have been 100% legal. Because at that point, if you know the law, they can defend that building with deadly force at will.
Yeah.
At will. And they're not liable. They could kill you right there and they got to answer for shit. It would have been fully legal. So all this shit that these people doing, that I know, if that was what if this was Obama? What if Obama took them for a loop and then got in office and just flipped the switch and became a straight Chicago nigga?
It assassinated.
Started acting like Larry Hoover in that bitch.
It would have
You
assassinated.
get what I'm saying? How long you think he would have lasted?
A week.
So, but we could let this shit go on for 9 months?
What we gonna do? They already tried to get him out of here. The fight is fixed, bro.
That shit
And the laws ain't for
that was
us,
not real. So
That wasn't real. I don't think
I
so.
just said the fight is fixed. They fixing shit. They making it seem like they trying to get him out of here. Nobody gives a fuck. This is all part of the plan to me. So I feel like whatever they doing is going to trickle down regardless. No matter what we yelling from down here, they don't give a fuck. But they don't give a fuck. It's already done. The only thing I feel for us as a people is to separate and build our own, bro. You know, that's it. That's the only answer to me. I'm not even concerned with nothing the fuck the government got going on, because when it trickles down to me,
because clearly we've never tried that before, right?
huh?
Is that what you're saying? You're saying we've never tried to separate and build our own before?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I would want to be a part of something like that. I would want that to be a consistent thing. I would want that to be the focus for everybody, instead of being everybody having their individual sing and pointing out what's the differences between everybody that look like us. I feel like everybody's first mission should be, yo, fuck them, it's us. Let's build us. And then everybody bring what they have into this garden and build. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
But the only thing, but that's why I said hip hop can do that. Hip hop can do that. But how far would they let us go? Let's say we found some undiscovered piece of land and out in the side somewhere that's big enough to fit, let's say, about 10 million people.
Mm.
Like in Tulsa? Can we do it in Tulsa?
Huh?
All right.
Can we do it in Tulsa?
I see where she going. Okay.
I'm just asking.
I got you.
Great idea.
I got you.
Okay.
I'm with you.
10 million. We get 10 million people, black people there, and then we start building our own infrastructure. But now when you got your own land, your own infrastructure, you need to import and export shit. So we got to get rice from over here. We got to get this from over there. We need this, that, and that. How willing you think, or how hard you think they going to make it for us to be sustainable as our own sovereign nation on our own piece of land?
Super hard. But we know that.
They might even burn it down.
Right. They do it, or they showed us what they're gonna do. Every time. Every time. They showed us what they're gonna do. Oh, they're getting too big, let's burn it down. We need to meet them with force when they come. Hello? Let's start talking about, all right, we talking about infrastructure, how we protecting the infrastructure. Let's start talking about the military. Now that adds on to your point. These Crips, these Bloods, all of these gang members. Isn't there like some black militia down in Atlanta that is like doing that right now? And they
No, that shit was all a fraud.
running up on the KKK and all that. Ain't they doing that?
Nah, that was all a mad. That was all a political show for COVID. That shit wasn't real.
God damn! Fuck, bro!
That shit wasn't real. That nigga was he was a plant. He got a bag. See, you know what was going on during COVID? It was a lot of political theater.
Right.
So narrative needed to be painted.
Right.
So people got bagged to paint narrative. The same way when you go on YouTube or you go on Twitter, like that's why I stopped arguing with bots on Twitter. Like they just get annoying at some point, and then you realize like I'm arguing with a motherfucker that don't even got a fucking profile picture. Like this is not. They got 15 followers. Like, and you talking hella shit. You're not real. And then they be getting so disrespectful, and they be like, "Yo, I know if you see me know if you was in my face, I will punch you right in your mouth." But like these things are like they doing a good job of trying whatever they trying to implement for the 2028 shit. I don't think it's going their way because I think the one thing that always worked against Trump was his ego. Every time. Every time. It got his ass. See, people forget he got impeached his first term.
And they brought him back. So who gives a fuck?
No. What happened was,
why is he the president now?
him being back is more. This is why this is why I'm giving Democrat SNA today. Because him being back was more Democrat dropping a ball than him being so beloved. Democrat dropped the ball so bad with that Biden shit by letting him stay, by not. Soon as Biden got in, the replacement should have been. If it was gonna be Kamala, she should have been. That should have been a play from the door. Boom, boom, boom. This is what we doing.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you go over there be the president, but everything about her, she should have been in our face every day. She pretty much, they got elected and then she went missing. We didn't hear from her for 3 years. Think about it. We knew more about what Michelle Obama was doing when Obama was president than we knew about anything that Kamala was doing. If that was the play, y'all should have been running that play all along. And then she would have had 4 years to stomp the point and, yo, these niggas are doing Project 2025. Yo, this is what they really on. She would have had 4 years to get that message in people's head and make that point, and she would have had 4 more years to let Donald Trump put his foot in his mouth. See, if all for 4 years, all Donald Trump got to do was say, crooked Joe Biden, nobody was pushing back, challenging him. Like, nobody was making him have to answer anything other than just Biden. They wasn't putting no pressure on him. They wasn't preventing no real challenge for him. See, now what's happening is, I'll give you an example with Newsom. While I think Newsom is really no different than Trump. He's just more bound to the Constitution than Trump, but his ego is just as big as Trump. But you need the people don't understand that bullies beat bullies.
Right.
They always act like it's the little kid that son got courage and stopped the bully from bullying them. No. Another bully said, yo, leave that nigga alone before I fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what really happened. So, like, you gotta meet a bully where he at. That's the only way you're gonna beat a bully. So, yeah, when you got this nigga that's running around thinking that he can do everything, you need to meet him where he at, and he gonna crash out every time because he pussy.
Mm-hmm.
He's pussy. And all of them niggas is pussy because you could, like, I don't know, it just in me, I see the pussy in niggas. Like, you know how, like, Donald Trump is one of them niggas, like, if he's in your face and he say something crazy to you, you be like, yo, man, shut your bitch ass up. You know, could you believe he said that to me? Could you believe he said that? Oh my God, I can't believe he said that. I'll punch you in your mouth too. All right, I'm just gonna leave. I'm not gonna do this. I don't do this. This is like, if you got somebody that's willing to talk to him like that, like, if I would have been on that debate stage with that nigga when Shorty was, and he started talking that to, I was like, yo, shut your dumb ass up. Somebody got to talk to him like that. And you got to talk to him like that in front of the world to make him cry. We just need, that's why you need to get your press shit. Get the press credentials. So you need somebody get to that White House to really interview that nigga on some press shit and say some crazy shit to that nigga to make him crash. Because you can make him crash out. Mm. This is what be frustrating me. Like, I was beefing with the Gavin Newsom support because I'm like, they thinking that I'm trying to say what he's doing is not enough. But I'm saying is, no, you're not going hard enough. Like, somebody need to be saying, like, foul shit to these niggas. Like, somebody need to be saying, yo, niggas, shut your bitch ass up, you Nazi. Like, somebody need to say shit like that to these niggas so they could crash out. If in that press house beef, one of them reporters said, yo, you know you raped them girls, right? Trump would have lost his shit. Like, somebody got to say the most ignorant shit. You got to be willing to get, because they can't do nothing to you. What they going to do? Kick you out the president? You ain't saying you ain't threatening them. Somebody got to be willing to crash out so bad and say the most craziest shit to this nigga to get him to expose himself to the point where because he'll spill it all. He can't hold it. Nigga's 80 years old. He's going see now. Right. When they press these niggas, I was watching CNN. Every time somebody press them or push back on them, they start thumping. But nobody ever says, hey, yo, man, when they right in the middle of a lie, yo, shut your lying ass up.
Right. That'll shut them up.
Nobody said that shit. Nobody said, yo, why nobody talking about treason? Like, why none of these governors bringing up the word treason? You know how much that would scare Trump? If these governors started bringing up, started just saying, yo, this is treason. This is treasonous activity. Just started using that language, guess how bad they'll start crashing out. They will do something so crazy that they will force, like they gonna have to go get them niggas. They will have to be like, all right, now y'all wilding the fuck out. They will do something so crazy, they will crash out so bad that everybody, even the motherfuckers who backing them financially wouldn't even be able to stand behind it. Because they will look so crazy.
Crazy. I don't really see the difference in none of them though. Like I feel like them are involved in all ways and they all complicit. I really feel like that.
Well, yeah, it's the same bird, but now you seeing the difference in the bird. Like it's always been about two things. Money, labor to make money. You got one side that believes, fuck these people, we've been rich from the start. You got one side that was born on third and think they hit a triple. And then you got another side who says, well, everybody should at least have a decent shot to have a decent life. You get what I'm saying? They saying, well, yeah, we want to keep these motherfuckers as a working class, but they work much harder. I mean, they work much better and they work much harder, and life is much easier for us when these people at least have the illusion that they have a decent life. And you got one side that's saying, fuck that.
Fuck the illusion.
Fuck the illusion. We were born
So
on third.
what would you rather have?
Different.
You would rather have the illusion or the fuck the illusion?
Well, America always been what makes quote unquote America great. It's always been America's ability to walk that fine line between the two. And that's how it always works. Ever since they let us out of chain, that's how this shit has worked. That's what it's been. How do we walk the fine line between the two? And it always go. What do you think happened when they killed MLK?
They plan to do that shit.
No, what you think? We were talking about the Charlie Kirk shit, right? What you think happened when they killed MLK?
What do you mean? Like, did they put them on
These
a smear
crackers were
campaign?
celebrating.
Yeah,
And you know what happened after they were celebrating? Niggas was tearing this shit up. They don't tell you that. We was for 2 years. After that day, we lit this shit on fire. They couldn't do nothing. It was no, oh, we getting the police. Niggas was fucking police up, burning down precincts. It didn't matter. It was up.
And then what happened?
Didn't go their way. What happens? Because on the segregation, what was that? Civil rights that got passed.
LBJ.
Civil rights act got passed. So like,
so it's in our history that we need to fuck some shit up for them niggas to listen to us, right?
But what also happened was they got stronger. They got much stronger. The military got stronger, and then they realized, oh shit, these niggas could really get busy. If we could brainwash some of them to doing this shit for us, if they ever do crazy, we already got some of them to fight some of them. Now, we always had the house nigga, but now when you start getting house niggas that know how to fight, or when you find a way to criminalize the niggas that know how to fight, so you give them drugs.
That's definitely what happened.
Poison their communities.
Mm-hmm.
Make them criminals.
So
You
we
label
are
Black
up against
Panthers
something.
terrorist group. You label the Nation of Islam terrorist group.
Even on a smaller level, the little groups of unity, y'all claim them RICO. You put RICOs on those groups, even though they are like little bunch of serial killers running around here doing dumb shit. But that's neither here or there. But the system is really set up for us not to win, apparently. So why are we even trying to participate? This is where I'm like, why sit here and talk about it? Why not sit here and figure out a way to get the fuck away from here? Get away from
Because
here. Especially if our dollars run the whole situation,
it
right?
ain't dollars. That ain't our money. We just make that shit move. We don't make that shit. We don't have no control over that shit. We just make that shit. Coach, it's not even us that makes it move. It's our culture that makes it move. It's our culture. What do white people make cool? Subarus?
Man.
Like, come on. We don't like this is what happened. We made non-essential shit cool.
Yeah, nigga, we make Ghostbusters cool. Look at that shit.
Yeah, we make
That shit
all
was a
this
bunch of
shit.
nerds running around catching ghosts until niggas was like, that's fly.
Yeah, like all this, we make
Bring
all
the
this
sound
shit
train.
cool. So like as long as we make shit cool, we gonna move the dollar. We gonna move the dollar. That's it. The minute we say some shit ain't cool, niggas ain't wearing that shit no more. Name one of these tech billionaires that set a fashion trend.
Who the nigga that got what's the jogging shit right now? I don't know. But that's not a trend. That's for white people. Okay.
What?
Whatever them
Lululemon?
new joggers that Kevin Hart promote.
Lululemon or Alo?
The Lululemons and shit. Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, white
Lululemon
people
don't want us
shit.
wearing their stuff. Yeah, they don't want us wearing that.
Right.
And then, but just like I said, we make and still. Guess who made that? White they make that shit cool.
Mm-mm.
White they make that shit cool. That shit was sitting in the mall somewhere, some random ass store that nobody was paying attention to, that was probably selling them expensive ass, whatever it was, to a very select group of people. It did not touch a mass audience until we got our hands on it. Like
So they
every
was
fucking
already done
time.
with it, pretty much.
No, they wasn't. See, what happens is they create shit for them.
And give it to us when they're done with it.
And no, they create shit for them, and then they realize that it's nothing without us. It's just like if I create just a line for us three, right? And we walk around wearing that shit, we buying it, we wearing it, but it ain't making us no fucking, it ain't doing us no, but we just wearing it. Now if they come and start fucking with it, now we making money off this shit. You get what I'm saying? So like, yeah, they know what they doing. Know exactly what they doing. Niggas is crazy, man. Like Trump, if I was a governor, I would. Well, I'm gonna get into this. What topic we on, Squish? You know, man, like, and you over there. I know your move. You. What topic we on?
We still on number 2.
What's the
Trump
next
sending
one?
the troops. Hmm?
What's the next topic?
Nerds taking over rap.
Yeah, we gonna use that to get into nerd taking. What you think about nerd taking over rap?
Me personally,
Don't worry, I'm gonna bring it full circle on my Dave Chappelle shit and the SNA. But we run
you want to know something? I
topic.
feel like hip hop is full of nerds in the fucking first place, and everybody think they too cool to call themselves nerds. If you're a wordsmith, there's nothing wrong with being smart or intellect. Let's stop. Let's start there, right? Let's not give this negative taste by saying, "Oh, nerd," because you're smart and you can use words and you know how to do things. I fucking pity that. All right.
Okay, I like that.
Second of all, if you're able to put sentences together intricately and you're in music, I feel like you should take honor in wearing that badge of being an intellect, right?
Yep.
The problem is in hip hop when you start letting the stupid motherfuckers in, okay? The simple motherfuckers. I feel like that is where the problem came in at. These people couldn't think, they couldn't catch up. So they started making these simple ass rhymes so dumb people can go out and enjoy themselves too. Oh, let me shoot a nigga. Bow, bow, bow. Nigga dead. I'm sorry. I went too
I
far.
don't think
feel
that.
like
All right, we not talking about when we talking about nerds in hip hop. What we talking about is these Kanye West. I call them Kanye West baby. Now these are people
I'm a nerd.
who listen. These are people who don't come from street urban culture, don't understand street urban culture, and rather than trying to create, I compare them to MAGA. I call them hip hop MAGAs. In my mind, they like hip hop MAGAs. Because they came into this shit, they seen it was one way, seen that they couldn't survive in that way, so they tried to create they tried to destroy the essence of street urban culture, which is where hip hop comes from. And then when they think they couldn't do that, they tried to make it uncool, so they could be cool. And then you get the Drakes, and then you get all these people who would tell you that is is not is not cool to be this, or they setting the tone for what should be determined to be street. We're not talking about music. Talking about when you got nerds trying to tell you what should be the tone for the street.
give me
I don't
an
need
example of a nerd that sets the tones for the
Yeah,
street.
what are you talking about? I'm kind of lost.
Okay, so
Because what street nigga is listening to the nerd?
Nobody.
So recently, when Benny had a post and he said that the nerds is in control of hip hop, right? And I believe that generated by I fuck with Griselda. Griselda reminded us of us in 06. You hear what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, but I think that energy was fueled by like, yo, we got dope shit too, and our shit get pushed to the back for all of these niggas who don't come from none of this shit that we come from. They ain't really built like this shit. They ain't really trying to hear us like that because we don't set the narrative in hip hop. Now think about it. Once upon a time, there was a hard knock life tour. Niggas would perform, they were playing Money Cash Holes on the radio. You get what I'm saying? I remember when Reasonable Doubt was the #1 video on Rap City Countdown. I remember Boot Camp, Let Flow, Let Fly being the #1 video on the top 10. Like, I remember, like, that style of hip hop still being able to touch the masses, and it doesn't anymore.
Can I
It
ask you
does.
something? When you remember those moments in hip hop, those good moments, do you remember the crime rates? Do you remember the people that it affected or was affected by the boost in hip hop and the
Nobody was ever affected by hip hop because everything that we were doing before hip hop. Hip hop didn't make us go out. We was talking about shit we already did.
but hip hop put it on a wider scale to be heard. We ain't
Why
know
not?
Brooklyn niggas ain't know what the hell was going on the West Coast.
And we needed to.
All right, so it became a tool for us to listen out, but it also became a alarming message to influence people on a culture that
So you
is
don't think
bullshit.
so you don't think so who you think influenced them to make hip hop? The shit started with us. It started over here.
What's hip hop?
So
What's
that
hip
shit
hop?
went over
Is hip
there.
hop street or hip hop consists of four
No,
pillars?
hip hop, period. It started in the Bronx. It traveled all the way to LA. It enabled them people to create a story in their language the same way we were telling the story in our language. And now we was able to understand that, hey, we both got the same shit going on. We want to act like we don't, but when they were talking about blooding and cripping, if you was listening to boot camp and big, you was knowing about Decept and Low Live. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when they talking about boys in the hood and menace to society, if you was over here, you knew about the shit that was going on in Brooklyn when niggas was getting robbed. Knew about the fucking paid in full when niggas was getting money in Harlem. You knew about the late 80s with Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes and all these famous drug dealers. You knew about the Italian mafia. Just like I talk about that shit. That gangster shit didn't start with us, so we did not start gangster shit. We was here already. If we wanted to get on gangster shit, we would have been on it. That wasn't our culture. You know who bought that shit over here? The motherfucker that brought us over here. And then when they brought them other white people over here, they turned it up a notch. There was no mafia before the Italian mafia. There was no fucking organized crime before the Jewish mafia. Shit didn't come with us. We didn't create that shit. We didn't build that shit. The first drive-by shooting wasn't a black kid. It wasn't. Ain't have nothing to do with us. The first murder in the street by gun violence ain't have nothing to do with black people. The first gang war, not a black person in sight. So what story was we telling that they didn't already know? Scarface was out, The Godfather was out, Casino was out. Like, what story was we telling? Oh, because we telling it. Oh, because y'all not supposed to have those dreams and ambitions. That's reserved for us.
Hip hop is only like how many years old? About 50, 60
50.
years old, right?
50, 51.
Right. These people did this shit on purpose. They marketed it this way, bro. They did this shit on purpose, bro. They did this shit on purpose. Point blank, period. The whole marketing of hip hop, the way the stories, everything, the sounds. No, fuck all that. Speaking to your point about the nerds in hip hop, right? Speaking to that point. I feel like yes, there are intellectuals or people that are dictating the movements of the younger kids right now and what they think the streets is, but there also are a lot more serial killers that's dictating the moves too. I don't feel like the nerds are the problem. I feel like the serial
Well, I attribute that to not to the music. I attribute that to these kids not understanding consequences. That don't got nothing to do with music. That culture, they was making serial killer music when I was young. But the difference was, and the reason why it seems so crazy now is because there's a real disconnect. Because back in the days when so and so got bodied, so and so had a story. So if so and so was a good kid, you knew he was a good kid because you seen him outside. You seen him going to school every day. You knew his mom. You knew his family. You knew if this nigga was an asshole, because you heard about him. You seen him shoot somebody. You seen him stab somebody. You heard about this shit. Now you got these kids who sit in the house on the internet all day, beefing, Twitter fingers, and then when they do come outside, they come outside to shoot each other, and then they go back in the house. And then it looks like it's so crazy because you don't have no stories for these kids. We don't know these kids. These kids could have been a little asshole. These kids could have been these kids don't, and then they don't understand consequences, so they don't grow up with real relationship. You understand what I'm saying? Like when you grow up with people, if you grow up and you fighting your homeboy and your homeboy kick your ass, that's how you learn how to take a loss. Because you can't shoot your homeboy because you got real love for him. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you grow up around niggas, just like I was telling you, you talk about how I used to crack jokes on you and I was me, and I started telling you stories how niggas crack jokes on me and why I was an asshole. But that was how I grew up. But what I'm saying is that it made me think a different way. It made you look feel a different way. But look, now, if I say, so though, if you wanted, when you decide to be an asshole to somebody, there's a level of asshole that you can go to that I guarantee you wouldn't be able to go to if you ain't had that experience with dealing with the asshole that I was.
I can get that.
So,
But
so
in the
what I'm
same
saying,
in the same breath, though, right? What in that same breath, you took you just spreaded your ignorance to me, and now you okaying, like, now that I got the okay to know how to be ignorant, you like, oh, I helped you. No, I was good in my space. I was good
no,
without all the ignorance. So
but
now
what I'm saying
I'm
is
I'm
that,
pushing ignorance now because
but what I'm
it's
saying
been
is
pushed
that
on
no
me.
matter, but what I'm saying is that influence. You said influence.
You
These kids ain't
marketed.
being
That's how you marketed
these
their
kids
life.
ain't being influenced by the music. They being influenced by
The market.
sitting on. No, if I sit in the crib and play Call of Duty all day, Roblox, Fortnite, and I'm killing people all day,
I'm marketing death as
I
a
have,
game. I'm
when I
marketing
go
death.
out and do a drill with a switch, that shit is Call of Duty to me.
I'm marketing death. And you know what's playing in the ears? The hip hop. While I'm shooting people, I'm jumping. I'm. What we talking about? It's all part of the marketing and the advertising. This shit is deeply rooted, bro.
Do you not know that? I'm gonna keep it real with you. 90% of the hip hop that's consumed by these young kids, if it ain't young boy, a lot of that shit is independent shit. They ain't running to this commercial shit. They listening to, when by the time I got hip to XXXTentacion and he became, my son was listening to that nigga for like 3-4 years before I heard his name in any type of public forum. Like,
Everybody you just made created their ecosystem. They took the independent route and created that like a brand from the ground up. That's why the kids knew us. Why knew them? Why we didn't know them, because they already was influencing them from young. They took this new style of this whole new streaming currency. And
but
they did it different than we did. We was the first when internet came. We was the first to stream.
yeah, we got it first.
We was the first to stream, but we ain't did it like them niggas. We ain't did it like them niggas. I had my first show on web TV. Niggas don't even know what web TV was before YouTube.
Oh my God.
I was
We was
doing
on
shows from
all that
there.
shit. We
I was
was on all that
streaming. I
shit.
was doing streams from there, son.
We was on all that shit. I told you when he was in South Korea, we before they even had MP3 players in the United States, we were doing MP3 download in Chinese
Snowcat.
currency. Don't snowcat. Don't even know what the fuck we doing.
Right. And
But we
I
on it.
play now, like I look at all of the stuff that we accomplished and we thought was, well, I thought, I won't say that he thought was like, I thought it was like, because I never understood it. I said, the fuck, why he just don't go to the label? Why he just, you know what I'm saying? We got music, just go to the label, get his son. He had this whole vision in his head of what he wanted to do. And I was riding with him. But looking back now, I see how important and impertinent those things was to not only do it then and how we was ahead of our time, but how important it is for every artist to know those things. That's all the information that I spit now. That's all of the jewels, and that's my whole content now. Is how we gonna get this money? If you want to give them your money, if ownership ain't what you preaching, then what we doing? What you even in this game for? So, am I rambling, y'all?
You know, making sense. It's because that got to be the play. And as far as these nerds and hip hop, these Kanye babies, what they doing is they taking away from what makes hip hop authentic. Now, hip hop always been a welcoming culture. We can't say, we not saying everybody in this shit got to be a tough guy. We're not saying everybody got to be a gangster. But what we are saying is, what we don't do is look down on people upon this shit. It always been weirdo. It always been for every gangster song, there was always a party song. You like so them a little bit older than you. I remember when Kid and Play was out. I remember when like it's always been you. There was Kid and Play was out, and then it was Ice-T records out. It was Ice Cube records out. Like it's always been a place for all of us to party, to be. When you think about it, when we was making records, what I was to say, you gotta have these type of records. You gotta have a dance record. You gotta have a street record. You gotta have a chick record. It's a difference between music and culture. We can't let the nerd dictate the culture just because they make good music. You don't dictate or you don't determine what this culture is. Same way, like that's what that battle with Drake and Kendrick was. That's what You're Not Like Us is. That was his whole point. Just because you make good music, Drake, you don't get to determine what the culture is. Because the culture isn't just I fuck a bunch of bad bitches and I got a bunch of money. You get what I'm saying? The
I get
culture
that.
isn't just this Canadian shit that you on or this light-skinned bullshit that you run around preaching wanting to fuck everybody, girl. That shit ain't player. That shit ain't cool. Like, all of this weirdo shit that you try to implement and make cool, that ain't the culture. A lot of shit I think ain't the culture. I think these niggas running around carrying women bags and dressing like girls ain't the culture. I think a lot of shit ain't the culture, but
The culture ain't the culture no more, bro.
no, the culture gonna always be the culture because the culture always is rooted in one thing: street urban culture.
Mm.
And as long as the streets is, it always, like I told you, it always goes back to the street. It don't matter how much these niggas try to act like they the cool one. When it's time for the streets is the superior court of hip hop.
Right.
It always make the end. It always make the final rule. And when we decide we done with you, we done with you. That's it. Think about it. The streets decided they done with Kanye. Find a street
That's
nigga that you still fuck with Kanye. Only thing
that's
that still fuck with Kanye is these weirdo ass nepo baby nigga that ain't got no bass in their voice and no balls. Them
but
the
that's
niggas
what
that
I'm
fuck
saying
with
to you.
Kanye.
Like when you say it like that, every one of those people who are not the culture, who are in those seats, always do something to crash the fuck out and burn and expose themselves of why they're not worthy of the seat. You don't see that? I see it. Who survived? Who survived?
Plenty of people survive.
Who?
The Wu
Who's running
survive.
the game? Who's running hip hop
Nas
right now? And in
survive.
the current state that it is right now. Who?
Kendrick got it right now.
Fuck.
I don't think he gonna fold. Who coming
Kendrick.
after him? I don't
Kendrick
know.
got what?
Kendrick is
He's the
Kendrick
culture.
is hip hop right
He's the
now.
culture.
That is right now. In this moment right now, if you want to know what if the aliens came to me right now and said, yo, I need one thing, one current artist to exemplify what hip hop is. Current
And you would
artist.
say Kendrick is hip
I
hop.
would put Kendrick.
Who would
Just
you
based
put?
off of pure stats, numbers, popularity, talent, everything all in one total package. Boom. Here you go.
Who would you put?
That'd be a hard ass question for me to even answer. I don't
Really?
feel like hip hop is in a state where we can even put somebody there to because I feel like Kendrick is dope as hell. I'm not nothing to take away from him. I'm not trying to slight him in no way. I don't think he's the representation of hip hop. I think he's a hater, to be honest.
So, so then, but you
Wait,
don't
wait,
have
wait.
anyone.
Elaborate on that.
Okay, I tried to.
Wait, no, because I know, look, I kind of know this. I kind of know, and this might be my fault.
And it's okay to be a hater because I'm a hater too. You feel me?
So why
I'm
is
going to
he a
tell you a
hater?
story, because I'm going to tell you a story before I have to elaborate. I think Kendrick came out one time back in the days, and me and Sos was saying, I forgot who we was, but I think we was working on Hoodlum or something. He was writing some song. And I played this I think it was the control verse. I think that's when the control verse came out. And I said to So, do you hear this boy? I said, this nigga's one of them niggas that need a lot of leave alone. The nigga So said, man, fuck that nigga,
Fuck
man.
that nigga.
Nigga ain't niggas. Blah, blah, blah. And ever since then, it kind of been.
I felt the same way about Drake too. I just feel like but either more so Kendrick. Kendrick is a dope person. I just don't think he's. I think he does it well, but he's not the.
Well, what current artist? Because who else do you have? You could say.
Know.
Yeah, you don't really like.
I don't really have
your ears because if you talking about out of our age bracket, no doubt it's young boy. For the young dude,
right,
it's young boy.
Right.
It's young
and
boy.
Even still, like
unquestioned, it's young boy.
He got it, but he still ain't got it to me though. You know what I'm saying? Like he got the stamina and everything, but I still don't think he's it though. Like I feel like we ain't found it yet.
But I don't think there's nobody in his age bracket that's fucking with cars right now.
Right now, young boy is.
I don't listen. I've never heard a young boy song.
No. The nigga is the dude. The nigga performs 50 songs at a show. He's the dude, bro. That nigga he's the dude, bro. I don't give a. My son is 16 and I don't even. This nigga's the dude, bro. He's the dude. He's the dude.
Yeah,
he's the dude.
Like that's their Hove. It really is. Because
I gotta learn how to.
You gotta think about what Hove became for my generation. For me, Hove became for the niggas who aspired to be more, or for the niggas who wanted to live. Hove painted that lifestyle so vivid that you could put on Reasonable Doubt and having never stole a drug in your life and end that out and play that album from start to finish and feel like you just stole the key.
That's how I feel when I listen to Jeezy, nigga.
Hey,
young boy.
Oh, did you hear the new one?
Son.
Nah, that's
no, I ain't hear. I got. Send it to my
shit.
Yeah, send it to me. Okay. Well, when I hear Jeezy, I'm ready I'm ready. I'm ready. Mm-hmm.
Even when I heard Jeezy, like when I first heard Jeezy, I knew Jeezy couldn't rap, but because I was around and I knew all of that shit was real, I said, oh shit. Jeezy was my introduction into language. And I'm gonna be honest. Before, I wouldn't say Jeezy. I would say Crippin' was. But because before I started Crippin', I did not listen to no West Coast music. I'm gonna be honest. Like the furthest I listened to was The Chronic and his first Snoop album. Anything else, if it didn't come on the videos or on BET, I didn't know nothing about no West Coast. Once I started Crippin', it was no East Coast Crippin' music. We might have been the only one making Crippin' music. So the only music that we could go to for Crippin' was West Coast music. So that's when we got put on to the East Siders. We started listening to Dog Pound. Later on, that's how I found Nip. Like, because I would have to go find Crip music because I didn't look. I seen you, Squishy. I tell you. So, like, even in them terms, man, Jeezy, you understand that they just talking like how we speak to each other. Nigga. We very aggressive. We speak a lot of words. Down here, that's how they talk. So to them, a nigga like Jeezy, Gucci, niggas who we think just simple ABC rappers, that is lyricism to them. And believe it or not, niggas like Killer Mike, J.I.D., like Boss, to a lot of people out here, it goes over their head.
That's crazy. What's hip hop? Is hip hop an image or is it hip hop?
Outkast, Big Boy, like people really don't know. Big Boy is nice. But you'll never quote a Big Boy bar.
Never. Wait.
You understand what I'm saying? Big boy, everybody talk all this Andre 3K shit. I'm one of the big boy. I'm a big boy. I know I'm in a small group, but like I fuck with Big Boy over Andre. Like Big Boy is nice. I done heard Big Boy give plenty of niggas that work, features, everything. He's smoking you. Light work, but you're not gonna go to Big Boy bar. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of that shit is language. They speak to each other in a very southern dialect, like and very welcoming, confident. And when Jesus said, hit the kitchen light, cockroach today, where now hit the kitchen light, got marble floors everywhere. Like, that's like
They
how
go
they talk.
hard, don't it?
Yeah, like if like me being down here talking to, like that's how they talk. So when you hear that, that sound welcoming to you because it almost feel like your grandfather talking to you. It feels like your uncle telling you a funny story. You get what I'm saying? It's the welcoming voice, and they used to that. But when you get the wait a minute, we could relate to that shit because we live in New York and everybody talking like see a nigga in the street, yo, what up, my nigga? What you about to go do? I'm about to go over here. Yeah, nigga, I'm about to be over here. All right, nigga, I'll see you later. Boom. So when we put out bars and we throwing all these extra words and syllables and all that shit in the bars, we hear that shit because that's how we talk. They don't talk to each other that way. Too short. They talk to each other like that in the South. Bitch. People always say like, yo, I tried to write a blow the whistle. I tried to write or what's my favorite word. I tried to write these songs, the hardest shit in my life. I will never ever rap them songs.
That ain't
Because
you.
my mind wouldn't even slow down enough to even comprehend just writing a basic bar.
But then that's where I feel like that's what hip hop is, right? Like for me, I felt like the beauty of being able to hear all of these different sounds and merge them together. Like I feel like regional rap was consistent, but the nerds or the smart people, the intellects, they're able to morph things into a different type of genre, a different type of flow, and makes it more edible for everybody. I
But it
really feel
shouldn't
like
be.
that. A nigga will listen to J. Cole before they listen to the fucking Jeezy. Why?
Hip hop is supposed to be regional. It's not supposed to be a universal language. I'm not supposed to listen to somebody from Dallas, Texas, and think that they
relate?
from Cali.
You're not supposed to relate to their
No, I'm
music?
not supposed to listen to somebody from Dallas, Texas, and think they from California. I'm not supposed to listen to somebody from Dallas and think they from Houston. I'm supposed to listen to somebody from Houston and know they from Houston.
Wait,
I'm
wait, wait,
not.
whoa, 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 whoa. What do you think when you hear me? You think I'm from New York?
Yeah,
That you know what's crazy? New York niggas don't think that.
cause New York niggas don't even know what New York sound like no more. They all up there trying to sound like a bunch of Chicago niggas.
Some of y'all sound like y'all from the South too.
You first look at this. New York, think about it. Think about what happened. We was there, like we can't act like we wasn't there. When that decline, when that shit happened after 50, I'm talking about right after 50, right?
The whole
Once the
50 and
G
Kanye
Unit
shit.
died, then Fab Wave started dying. We slowly watched it, right? And then it got to the point where nobody from New York could catch one. Nobody was catching shit until I got holes in Atlanta. That panda shit. And then after that, New York went to South, it went to Chicago, it went everywhere to get it down because nobody could catch one until that panda shit.
But you know who did that? That's 50 fucking, well, not just 50 fault, but the industry pent that whole pop infiltration when they did that whole gangster rap versus pop music with the Kanye West and 50 shit. They showed us in our face that they was done with this shit. They said, all right, Y'all think that gangster rap is the shit, and this is what was making money, but we putting our money behind Kanye now. Y'all are done. And that's when all of the rappers started trickling out. The New York waves, the voice, the origin, the where we come from, it just left.
Well, I wouldn't even say
Chicago
that
got
because
a
50
brand
wasn't,
new start.
but 50 wasn't a representation of us at the time because 50 wasn't making our music. 50 wasn't
50 was
making New
the
York music.
assassination of New York, bro. And I don't want to say that, and I hope he don't like do nothing to fuck us up. But I'm just saying, for my
Don't
opinion,
worry about 50.
I'm saying for my opinion, nigga, like
50,
before 50
when
came in
50,
the
50 didn't
situation, New
pop
York
until
was
you
a
got, but think about it. 50's number one single, You Can Find Me in the Club, but when that shit hit, that's a Dr. Dre. That's not a New York sound. That's not New York hip hop. Not
production was
one
West
50 song
His
was a
production was West Coast.
was a New York hit. Didn't have a New York style, didn't have a New York, all of that shit. You find me in the club, but think about it. You see me, he ain't even rep New York on that song. You see me in the club, Exhibit roll that weed up. What club you in Queens where Exhibit gonna be at, my nigga? You not even repping your own neighborhood in your number one single. You not saying nothing about New York. Your whole
Niggas
wave,
I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens, nigga. You heard me? He said that.
that's not
there.
on that's on You Can Find Me in the Club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm from
Holla in New
Southside
York,
Jamaica,
niggas
Queens,
tell
nigga.
you
You
I'm
heard?
local.
Fuck me in the
Yeah.
club.
Go look at that video. With that video say New York.
He probably had a New York fitted on him.
Yes.
That video say I'm in LA.
But
with
look,
West
his
Coast
formula,
niggas,
this was his
with
formula
Dr.
though. I'm a
Dre.
New York nigga on a West Coast beat that sound like down south.
And
That was
this
his
is New
formula.
York. And this is New York. That's not New York. That was never been New York. That never been what New York was. Even
Who
when New
elected
York,
him though? Who elected 50 to be New York? Because before 50, who was New York?
well, before 50, you had all your regulars. You had your J's, your Nas's, you had your normal lineup.
Right. New York
What
was
happened was dumb niggas, and this is the real problem.
Main Dupree.
They didn't create enough lanes for niggas to be, like, for example, they didn't bring niggas along to build empires like them. It was kind of like either you with us or you against us. Or like, they a nigga like me, a nigga that's coming along with his own shit. I got 13 niggas signed. I'm bringing my own way. Nah, we can't do that. We gonna break this shit up. We gonna sign this one nigga. You get what I'm saying? And we gonna elevate this nigga. He's not gonna come back and touch none of you rest of you niggas. You get what I'm saying? And then we gonna take him and do what we want. Because he's down to be with a part of us. That's how I went for success. Now imagine if a nigga that see that shit and say, oh shit, nah, them little niggas ain't gonna move. Let me get them a situation and get some money behind them. Let me be the quiet thing, cause them niggas coming up. You get what I'm saying? They don't need to be a part of what I'm doing, but I'm gonna open a lane to make sure they straight. So that way when I get out the way, here they go. The shit continue then. And there's an indirect loyalty to me because they know I'm the one who opened the door, so they ain't gonna never come this way. That's how I would have did it. But then that's why I ain't never been in control. One always say, Crazy, you're never gonna be in control because you think with too much logic and your heart too good. They'll never put a nigga like you in position because you would do all the right things. But that's how I would think. Same way I told you, like, all right, bro, you could do that, but let me do this over here. And then look, I got that. If I gotta fund that, they ain't even gotta know I'm a part of that. That could be a whole different entity, because like I said, if you strong over there with that and I'm strong over here with this, we got two separate entities. They don't even gotta know what we doing. And then the loyalty stays. And that's, speaking of which, that's what we seeing these MAGA motherfuckers doing. As we transition into the SNA. Now, so every week we got award that Squishy loves and my sister Pass love called the Stupid Nigga Award.
The
And we
Stupid Nigga
award
Award.
Stupid Nigga Award.
The S&A's, okay.
And we award this to the stupid nigga who did some dumb shit this week. And this week, I want to
What
give the
stupid nigga
S&A.
needs accountability today?
Yeah, I want to get an S&A. You can give out an S&A whenever you want. I'm still waiting for Squishy to give somebody. She been starving to give Dame Dash an S&A.
I'm off him now.
Wow.
I'm gonna leave
He
old
been
Dame
doing some
alone. He
asshole
needs some
shit, but
grace.
I've been giving. You know how much I love Dame, so I've been giving him grace. But he did something else. I was gonna hit you today's question and say he got one more time.
Why you didn't send it to me?
I'm gonna send it to you. He went on another interview. I tell you about that. He got one more time.
Oh, send it to me.
But I'm gonna get it to the Democrat.
Wow.
Y'all are making this conversation about healthcare, and that's cool. But if you want these people to see y'all take it serious and take y'all serious and really get behind something to let y'all know y'all mean serious, start using trigger words, treason, 25th Amendment. Start challenging these people in ways where you force them and confront them on their lies to make them tell the truth about their lives. Call them out. Because I'm going to tell you, if I was running for Congress, I think I'll be perfect. Number one, because I'm a Crip, ain't nobody better versed than handling red niggas than me. So, you know, I'll deal with MAGA head on. You know what I mean? Who better to deal with MAGA than the Crip? Like, my first, and once I'm elected, I'll beat up Stephen Miller, take him right outside, right behind wherever building they do all the laws in, beat his ass, promptly beat his ass. I'll smack the shit out of Mike Johnson in front of his mother and his wife and his gay lover. You know what I mean? Like, I will walk through that fucking Congress house like fucking Bernie Mac. Now, granted, I'll get locked up the first day.
Hey, we got bail money. It's cool.
But I am willing to do that for our country to bring back order and rebuild democracy. Not restore, because democracy was already fucked up. But if I gotta walk through that bitch slapping the shit out of MAGA niggas to get my point across, and if I gotta sit a couple nights in jail to get my point across, what the most? They're gonna charge me with a storm, just smacking the shit out of these niggas. Open hand. These niggas just need a smack. So if y'all don't got no nigga that's willing to go in and do the smacking and use the language and give these red niggas the energy that they deserve, elect Corey Craze Gilmore, the first Crip to run for Congress. And I'm gonna run as the Crip too. Don't make no mistake. Like campaign ads, slogans, everything blue. I'm running as the Crip. We're fighting people with red hats. I'm running as the Crip.
Okay.
Hey,
If
what
y'all
you
want
think
to
the
get some
corporate
money
sponsors gonna
behind
look
it,
like?
huh?
I said, what you think the corporate sponsors gonna look like?
Oh, I got policies and all that shit.
Okay.
And I got policies. Like, I'm gonna restore all that shit. I told y'all last week, I'm restoring all history. We're gonna teach all history in America if I'm elected going forward. Everything. I'm gonna have a Native American if I ever make it, I'm having a Native American as my vice president. Yeah, I'm going all the way to the floor, but I'm going to find a real Native American. I'm going to the heartland. I'm going to find like a real Native American. Like, I want their history back out. I want what they used to have, TP told. I want to see Native American museums. I want to see everything. And yeah, we're gonna bring back all your Confederate shit too. I want to put back up all your statues, all your monuments, everything. Because America has a history. And we need to see your shit too. And I want you to see your shit every chance that you look. You wanna do it? I'm bringing back all your shit. Have it all. You wanna do Bring back everything, and we're gonna teach all history in schools now. Not just black, not just white. We're gonna tell y'all what that did to the Indians. We're gonna tell to the Native American Indians. We're gonna teach everything. Third, healthcare for all. My second thing will be real healthcare for all. From my suggestion, I don't know if this is even possible because I'm not a politician, but I could say about 2% of your Social Security should go to paying for your healthcare, and that should be it. And we instead of issuing private contracts, we issue government contracts for healthcare companies.
Okay.
Like instead of paying, like we issue government contracts. Like, and we issue yearly government contracts and we make them bid on those government contracts. And you can only get healthcare through the government. And it's done and it's paid for by your taxes. We always complain what our taxes pay for. Well, let's let the taxes pay for your healthcare and we get universal healthcare. And then we could keep the corporations involved by making them bid every year on the contract. That's it. And if you lose the contract, you could provide private services to private businesses that don't want to use the government health care. But there will be a government bid for universal health care every year. And then other healthcare providers could bid privately to businesses and corporations so that you could still get money. Because I understand how this shit works. We all need to get money, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then last but not least, I'm not with putting nobody in jail. That's why I say treason so much, because it's punishable by death.
Mm.
But whatever I would have to do to make the Donald Dickhead and all the MAGA flunkies accountable for all the shit they doing outside of slapping the shit out of them, it will happen. And them Epstein files, oh boy, it's way too many. You niggas know how to send emails, hack credit cards. I mean, these niggas is geniuses. Then they just did a global hack on cryptocurrency. These niggas hack everything. If I was in Congress, them F-style files to get leaked. One way or another, I ain't waiting for nobody's signature. Won't come for me, but there will be a leak. Y'all would have been seen them shits already. Trust me. I would have been dropped. I know snitching ain't, but is it snitching if you tell a hacker where to go get the Epstein file? Do I get a pass from that
I'll
from the
tell them.
street?
I'll tell them after
Well,
I tell your
I would have
mom.
told somebody where to go get them files, and them files would have been leaked, and homeboy would have been up out of here. So again, y'all, if y'all sick of the Democrat bullshitting, and y'all want to see real action, and you feel like they need a hitman, elect Crazed. I
Vote
will
for
walk
Crazed.
through the White House
That's the
and
new
smack the
hashtag.
shit
Vote
out
for
of
Crazed.
everybody in MAGA. And guess who I'm bringing with me? I'm bringing One Low. And if you know how much One Low loves nothing more, oh goddamn, he would love nothing more than to assist me in body slamming you niggas right after I slap the shit out you. It will make a hell. Don't you think that the government will be open if Craig was the Democratic leader? If the threat was, yo, these niggas gonna come through and slap the shit out of us if we don't get this shit right.
Mm.
You think Stephen Miller will be talking all that shit if Craig was in Washington and he knew that right in the middle of an interview, Craig slapped the shit out of him?
Craig's liable to get up and slap the shit out of a nigga.
Yeah, do you not think that Mike Johnson will release some Epstein files if I pulled him to the side and say, hey, Mike, I will beat your bitch ass.
Mm. Oh my God.
And do you not think Trump will crash out if I sat in the Oval Office? See how you had that meeting in the Oval Office with Sherman and Jeffries? How you think that meeting would have went if I was in that meeting? And I would have said, you orange dipshit bitch. Your wife is a hoe. Ain't she suck mad dick?
And probably would have ended with security, bro.
Yeah.
Security!
Nah, kick me out. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna, as long as I don't threaten them, they can't do nothing to me. I would have looked on to think, you know, your wife is the hoe that suck mad dick. Get him out of here. Thank you. I'll leave. But your wife still suck mad dick though, Donald.
I believe they probably talk about that about like their own wives. They probably talk about it like that about his own wife.
Probably.
That nigga.
Them people with a lot of money is straight evil.
Before we go, last thing. Me and So are bringing Six Sec Records back next year. We working on something big. Not gonna tell y'all, but what we will tell y'all is pray.
Yeah, pray on it, nigga. Pray on it.
Pray.
Yeah.
So she coming back to the pod?
What'd you say?
She coming back to the pod?
Of course. I had a wonderful time. And I like
you see Squishy 9. I'll be trying to get it to body here before Squish falls asleep.
I like this. I like building with y'all. Let's go.
I'm gonna get in contact with
that new 6 Sex shit.
And be on the lookout. Red Face Dragon video coming soon. We working on that. We got some new merch dropping in Six Sec Life at sixseclife.com. Go get your book, How Love React, A Fine Line Volume 2, Vapors, Death of a Democracy, and for pre-order right now, 12 Noon, Volume 1, 12 Noon, Book 1, 12 Noon, Book 2 is available for pre-order. They come out on December 9th. And by next week, I'm saying the wrong name of my own damn book. It's called The 12. The 12, Book 1, the tablet. The 12, Book 2, forgot the name of it. But the 12, Book 2, and then the 12, Book 3, the Noon, the Day of Voice Scene will be available for pre-order. You could get the first 2 books now on pre-order on Amazon. The 3rd book will be available for pre-order next week. All 3 of them drop. It's a saga. All 3 of them drop. It's my Harry Potter. This is my Harry Potter type book situation. Dropping on December 9th. So you can pre-order those. We got more shit coming from y'all. Make sure y'all tune in next week. Stokes might be back, might not be. We might have glasses, might not. Squishy might stay up, might go to sleep.
Yo. So before I get out of here, man. Before I get out of here, let me tell them, yo, check me out on my website, www.kingpaysos.com and kingpaysos.blog for all of the latest news and tips and trips if you are artists in this game trying to get paid. Man, I'm here to just give you some game to get you your money, man. We talk about...
How you spell that?
Huh?
How you spell it?
What?
Your website.
The website.
Oh, KingPaySos, KingPaysos.com or .blog. Either or, you're going to get the information that you need. I got my free ebook, and I got some documents for all artists that you need. It's impertinent that you get the split sheets and everything that. Check my website out, KingPaySos.com. And it's my birthday month. It's Soulstober. 15 days away. Your boy, yeah. I got shit going on in New York. Yo,
what we doing for your birthday?
First off, if you ain't know now, you know, man. October 23rd. October 23rd is going down like an eyebrow when I'm switching it up on another broad. I'm throwing not only the ultimate artist takeover, but it's my motherfucking birthday celebration. So if you ain't at 1515 Atlantic Avenue, then I don't know what you're doing. Hit me up in the DM, Instagram, whatever. The event, hit me.
Make sure y'all pull up. Support the local. Know what I mean? Make sure y'all go out, support Sos on his tech day, support his event. Go to his website.
KingPaySos.
Support everything that he's doing. Like my bro giving out some dope information. Like giving out some
Crazed.
Yo.
I made a game, yo. I made a game. It's called Beyond the Bio. This is my game right here. And it's like this game
about
150 deep, thought-provoking questions to get to know somebody. See, if anybody knows me, I do mad media interviews for artists, underground artists, major artists, and independent artists. And this game right here is a game that I created so that way the interviews can see more personal, more deep, and more fun. Check it out. It's called Beyond the Bio. It will be on my website in a week or so. Holla at me. You want to catch a question? I'm gonna give you a question before I go. Check it out.
Okay,
Give
let's
Squishy
go,
a
let's
question.
All right.
Give Squishy a
Squishy.
question.
What's the biggest money mistake you've ever made?
Them damn Uber
biggest,
flights.
funniest mistake.
Them damn flights.
No.
See,
What?
I told you so. I told
I don't
you.
know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, well,
I would say buying a brand new car.
a brand new car was
Brand new.
explain. Tell me.
Why was that a big money mistake?
Yeah. What could you
Because
have done at that time? What should have you done at the time?
I probably should have saved that money that I spent on that car and maybe I could have probably got a used car that was still as good and lasted as long.
So the lesson was what?
Be smarter with my money. Don't buy brand new cars, especially when you don't need them.
That's a cat.
Why?
Oh.
That's a cat. Squishy spent that money on them flights. Squishy spent that money on them flights. Squishy was flying from place to place every day. Squishy flies everywhere. Squishy will fly somewhere just to have lunch and fly back. So
I don't know where he gets that.
Let her tell you about no car. Squishy will fly to Paris, have lunch, and then fly home.
I don't know where he gets that from.
Look, Squishy, next time you go, take me.
But I don't know what he's talking about.
We see y'all next week. Make sure you check out those websites. Sos to be back with us next week. Sos is actually going to be reoccurring with us whenever he could pop in, as much as he could pop in. You know what I mean? Going to be recurring with us on the show. Because I'm not good at interviewing people. I want to start bringing guests on. So it's good to have somebody who knows how to interview people on the show. You know what I mean? It's good to
Then I'm about to ask y'all all the good questions, son. I'm not going to hold it back either. You better not have no dirt.
Be good.
Don't have no dirt. Let me get a hold of it. Don't have no beef. Don't have no drama. Don't have no tea.
Sipping?
I'm spilling.
Oh, you spilling?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Spilling.
Gotcha.
And that's pretty much it, yo. Thank y'all for tuning in. We know this a longer. We gave y'all a short episode last week. It's only like 36 minutes, so we had to come back, make sure we gave y'all a longer episode this week, and I think we did that. We'll tap in with y'all next week. As always, so tell them what is always. Still a what?
Still a 6-sec thing, you know? You heard?
You heard?
Last question.
Hi.
Ooh, 6SE.